Adding priceless metallics such as silver to your gold IRA can easily be a wise investment tactic for branching out your profile. Nonetheless, it's crucial to understand the tax obligation ramifications of carrying out therefore before producing any kind of choices. Initially, it's essential to take note that not all valuable steels are entitled for addition in a gold IRA. Only certain types of gold clubs and coins are enabled, as outlined by the IRS. For silver, this features American silver eagles, Canadian silver maple leafs, and Austrian silver philharmonics, among others. Once you've determined which valuable metallics you prefer to incorporate to your gold IRA, you'll need to have to take into consideration the income tax implications. Here are some key points to always keep in thoughts. Funding gains income tax. When you market your priceless metallics at a revenue, you are going to be subject to funds gains income tax. The costs are going to rely on how long you kept the asset just before offering it. If it was much less than a year, it will definitely be taxed at your usual earnings cost. If it was longer than a year, it will certainly be tied at the long-term financing gains cost. Roth versus traditional IRA. If you have a Roth IRA, any sort of gains coming from marketing your valuable metallics are going to be tax-free as long as you adhere to the policies for qualified distributions. Along with a standard IRA, nevertheless, withdrawals are topic to income tax regardless of whether they're from additions or earnings. Required minimal circulations. Once you reach age 72, or 70 and a half if you turn that grow older prior to January 1, 2020, you'll require to begin taking needed minimum circulations, RMDs, coming from your typical IRA. The volume of these RMDs is located on the worth of your profile at the end of each year, featuring any kind of priceless metals kept within it. This means that if the worth of your gold and silver holdings has improved dramatically over opportunity, as lots of anticipate them to do, at that point that boost can trigger and rise in the value of your RMDs, which would in turn improve your income tax costs. Storage expenses. If you choose to store bodily precious metallics within your gold IRA, you'll likely require to pay for storage fees. These expenses can easily differ relying on the custodian you choose and the amount of metallic you're holding. It's also worth keeping in mind that there are actually potential fines for not adhering to the policies encompassing gold IRAs. For example, if you remove funds coming from a gold IRA before grow older 59 and a half, or just before meeting particular various other conditions, you may be topic to a fine of up to 10% of the drawback volume. In conclusion, adding silver or other priceless metallics to your gold IRA can be a smart assets technique for transforming your profile. Having said that, it's necessary to thoroughly look at the tax ramifications before carrying out so. Make certain you recognize how capital increases income tax, Roth versus typical IRAs, required minimal circulations, and storage fees can affect your general tax obligation costs. As always, speaking with a monetary advisor or income tax expert is highly recommended just before producing any kind of significant investment choices. Incorporating priceless metals such as silver to your gold IRA may be an intelligent investment strategy for diversifying your profile. However, it's essential to know the tax obligation implications of doing so prior to making any kind of selections. To begin with, it's significant to note that not all precious metals are eligible for addition in a gold IRA. Simply specific styles of gold clubs and pieces are made it possible for, as laid out through the IRS. For silver, this features American silver eagles, Canadian silver maple leafs, and Austrian silver philharmonics, among others. Once you've identified which precious metallics you prefer to include to your gold IRA, you'll need to consider the tax effects. Here are some crucial factors to always keep in thoughts. Resources increases tax obligation. When you offer your priceless metallics at earnings, you will definitely be topic to funding increases income tax. The cost will definitely depend on how long you held the resource just before selling it. If it was much less than a year, it will certainly be strained at your regular profit rate. If it was longer than a year, it will definitely be drained at the long-term fund's gains price. Roth versus Standard IRA. If you have a Roth IRA, any type of increases from marketing your priceless metals will definitely be tax-free as long as you comply with the policies for qualified circulations.